What's going on, people? Welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to another video. I hope all you guys are doing well today. If you're a Chelsea fan, I know you don't want to watch this, but I know you come to my channel to listen to my reviews and all that stuff. So yeah, but if you don't want to watch this video, I don't blame you because I didn't want to even do this video today. I really didn't. But since this channel is for Chelsea's match reviews, match previews, live watch-alongs, and all that stuff, I unfortunately I've decided to do this because there are some talking points that I'll do at the end of this video. But focus on this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over Chelsea's three games in against Charlotte, Club America, and Arsenal in three different locations. I'm going to talk to you about what happened in that game. Then after that, I'm going to give you my player rating of Chelsea's overall preseason tour in the USFA, and I'll tell you guys why I gave that player rating. And and also I'll let you guys in the comments below, if you're a Chelsea fan, what player rating do you give Chelsea's overall preseason tour? You may agree with me or you may disagree, but let me know in the comments down below and tell me why you think that's a good player rating for the manager, for the players and all that stuff. You let me know. So without further ado, let's kick off with Chelsea's first game in America. I do apologize if you can't see this properly. Let me just do this very quickly. But yeah, hopefully you can see the screen and all that stuff because it is bright from where I am. But I do apologize. But anyway, we first kicked off against Club America in Las Vegas, and that ended Chelsea 2, Club America 1. And in that game, um, excuse me, yeah, in that game, um, there were two halves. The first half, we were okay. We were not that great, but we were okay. The reason why I thought that we were average and not that great is because, like I said, we had so many chances. There was chances that Club America did defend, but there was other chances where we just passed straight to the goalkeeper. It hit the post. It was off target and all that stuff. So the first half, I thought we were terrible, but I thought that Kennedy, Conor Gallagher, Chilwell, and maybe some others were really good. I thought Kennedy was looking really good on the right hand side. And we never seen him playing that position before, but I thought Kennedy looked like Reece James on the right wing back because the the amount of pace that he had, the defending, the crosses, and even what his chance was so close because that would have been an absolute perfect goal for Kennedy for he to come back to Chelsea Football Club. That would have been really good. But I thought he was good. I thought Conor Gallagher, the way he passed the ball, the way he going to them going to that the pivot, I thought he looked really good. I thought Ben Chilwell, it was good to see him back, so he looked really good. Other than that, yeah, that was basically it. I thought Kepa made some really good saves in the first half. I mean, he didn't have much to do, but Club America did create some really great moments. But Kepa made some good saves, so yeah, he didn't have much to do. So yeah, but other than that, the same old Chelsea, chance after chance after chance, and couldn't defend. I mean, couldn't put the ball in the back of the net. So that game ended 0-0. Then the second half, Thomas Tuchel made 11 changes at half time and still went for the same formation. And I thought in the second half was just a bit better. Not great, but a bit better in the second half because we did score some goals and we did see some good performances. I thought Batshuayi was average because he had chances but could have put them in the back of the net. But I thought his pace was looking really good. He done what Lukaku didn't do last season was the pace, the one in everything. So yeah, but other than that, other than the chances, he couldn't manage to score. But then Reece James came on and I thought he looked good for the assist. And Christian Pulisic was really good as well because he was part of Timo Werner's goal. Even though he didn't get the assist, he was causing problems and he didn't want that defender to get close to Timo Werner. So I thought he looked really good. And then Timo Werner scored in the 55th minute. So yeah, so it's good to see Timo Werner back to scoring goals. But then after that, I thought, yeah, it just looked like the Timo Werner last season where he score goals, but he doesn't do that consistently. And yeah, so but Timo Werner scored the goal in the 55th minute, and then Reece James scored an own goal, which is unfortunate because we've never seen Reece James does that in his best position. But the reason why I won't have to go Reece James is because our new goalkeeper, Matt Betts, because I can't pronounce his last name, I think he should have done better because he was slow. He was slow. Like when you know the players are passing the ball back to you, make sure you are quick. Just get the ball and just kick it straight to the Chelsea player very quickly. But I thought he was too slow for that one. So yes, Reece James should never ever make that mistake. But that goalkeeper should have done better for that one. So Reece James was unfortunate to do that. So that was 1-1. And then, then after that, chance after chance after chance once again. So that was the same on Chelsea. But in the 86th minute, I believe, up comes Mason Mount with one of the best goals you will ever see. And I think Alonso as well in the second half was really, really good because he was causing problems and he got the assist for Mason Mount's goal. And the way Mason Mount just turned past that Club American defender and then took that shot was out of this world. That was an absolute stunner. That was Mason Mount's best goal for Chelsea so far in his career. So big up to Mason Mount for that one. So yeah, best goal stunner, and yeah, and then after that, I thought Club America was scaring me after that because they have chance after chance after chance. You know that game could have ended in a draw, or maybe have Club America winning. But we've got to thank our defenders and maybe the goalkeeper for making big saves because they were scaring me. But at least Chelsea didn't want to end this game without a win, so that's what they did. So yeah, so that's how the game went. Ended 2-1 Chelsea, our first win. So I was happy, but not that excited because just the same old Chelsea, not taking your chances, mistakes once again. I've seen this time and time again. It ain't the first time, so yeah, it is what it is. But that game ended at 2-1 to Chelsea in our first game in the US of A. Now, let's quickly move on to the next game. And the next game was against Charlotte Football Club in um let me have a look. Where did we play? Yeah, Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. And in that game, that's got to be one of the same and worst performances ever from Chelsea Football Club because first of all, it should have gone to penalties. Like you can agree or disagree with me, but it should have gone to penalties. And for me, Conor Gallagher's penalty was awful. I'll give you guys that. But I won't completely have a go at him because mistakes does happen. But like that game should have gone to penalties. The FA Cup game should have gone to penalties. It may be 50-50, but it should have gone to penalties. I thought both teams had so many chances. So many chances. And then in the Carabao Cup final against Liverpool, that game should have gone to penalties because we had so many chances. Yes, the Lukaku's goal should have been stood, but he had so many chances to beat Liverpool, but we couldn't manage to do that. So once again, on penalties, Chelsea can never ever win on penalties, especially if Mendy or Kepa was around. But like I said before, it should have gone to penalties because the amount of chances that we had in both the first half and the second half, it was shocking, absolutely shocking. And guess what? Charlotte, North Carolina was founded in 2019. 2019, which is 3 years ago, and they're part of the MLS team. So for Chelsea to lose to an MLS team is embarrassing, absolutely embarrassing. And I don't even know that team. No disrespect to Charlotte, but I don't even know that team. This was the first time ever that we faced them, the first time ever. So I don't disrespect to them, but I don't know that team. And now we've lost to them. And I want to big up Charlotte. And I forgot to say this: Club America um, would be disappointed and upset, but at least they gave the heart and they gave everything. At least they defended really well and they wanted to impress the fans, and that's what they did. And I also say the same thing to Charlotte. They want to impress the fans, and they did because they know that Chelsea is a much bigger club, and they want to make sure that they try to win this game and make their fans happy, and that's what they did. You know, so in that game, I thought everyone, um, maybe except for I don't know, maybe Raheem Sterling was the only player who I can give the man of the match to. The rest of them was shocking. Like Kai Havertz again, shocking. Timo Werner was shocking. Pulisic, I'll give him like an average because he did score the goal, but he wasn't that great either. So maybe Pulisic and Raheem Sterling was the only players who I can say who did well in that game. Marcus Alonso was shocking. You know, everyone was shocking. Like Mendy as well. His distribution was shocking as well. And we all know that Mendy cannot save penalties. He used to against them. He used to, but that was against Senegal, not Chelsea Football Club. So we all know that we cannot trust Mendy to save penalties for Chelsea. We cannot. So he was bad as well. You know, like I said, Raheem Sterling was the only Chelsea player in that game who I could give praise to because he was his debut and he scored a brilliant penalty. And on the left hand side, he was dangerous in that left hand side of the wing. He was causing problems. The pace was brilliant. He was fast too. He was causing all sorts of problems. So why can't so if Sterling can do that, why can't other players do that as well on the wing? Why can't maybe Ziyech or maybe Pulisic or maybe Mason Mount do the same thing as Raheem Sterling? Why? And the thing is that we try to. It's good that we're signing defenders, but we need to sign attacking fielders as well. We need to sign a right wing and a striker because Michy Batshuayi, Timo Werner, and Kai Havertz cannot do well in that position. They can't. They can't. So we need and the transfer window ends in about a month's time. So Chelsea and Todd Boehly have to be really, really quick on this because if we only sign two players, then we're not going to achieve anything this season. And I'll get to that in just a minute. But anyway, talking about this game, well done to Charlotte. They deserved it because they defended really well. They scored a penalty, which Chalobah unfortunately did a handball. So that was unfortunate because he did the same thing against Norwich. So he was terrible. And then they scored. Then they won 5-3 on penalties. And that's how they won the game. So yeah, in that game, it was absolutely embarrassing to see Chelsea lose to an MLS team and the team that's formed in 2019. It was absolutely shocking. So well done to Charlotte. They deserved it. Whereas for Chelsea, we were terrible. And yeah, I'm not even surprised the way we're playing at the moment. I'm not even that surprised. So yeah, well done to Charlotte. And they deserved it. They really, really did. And then moving on into the game which I was most frustrated, angry. Like this game was probably one of the worst performances ever under Thomas Tuchel. Yes, we see that under West Brom, but this was got to be the worst. Absolutely the worst. Because at least against West Brom we managed to score. We managed to score. We may have lost 5-2, but at least we managed to score. And at least in that game and at least we scored first in that game. So that's why I'll give that game like really bad, but overall not that awful. This game, this game, that was absolutely terrible. One of the worst performances I've ever seen on the Thomas Tuchel. We've lost to Arsenal 4-0. 4-0. Yeah. I thought Raheem Sterling didn't get that much service. He didn't do nothing. And this is why I told you guys in the last video that there's no creativity in this team, there's no pressing, there's no danger, there's no nothing. I feel sorry for Raheem Sterling. I really do. Because he really wanted to get that ball and cause problems on the left hand side, but no one was feeding the ball to him. He didn't do nothing. I feel sorry for him. I really did. I thought Koulibaly, when he made his debut, I thought he looked fantastic, and he was the perfect replacement for Antonio Rudiger because the amount of tackles, the way he won faster than any other Arsenal player, the tackles, the defending, everything. Yes, he got a yellow card and conceded a free kick, but at least he had to thank Mendy for that save. So Koulibaly on his debut was really, really good. So I thought maybe Raheem Sterling and Koulibaly was the only player who I could give praise to in the Arsenal game. The rest of them, Conor Gallagher was shocking, Mendy was shocking, Jorginho was shocking, Mount was shocking, Havertz and Werner. Like, and I mean, I watched the formation from the other YouTube channel, and they thought it was a 4-2-2-2 formation, and I also think that as well. Like in that formation against Tottenham, it worked, but against Brighton, it didn't work. Why use that formation, a 4-2-2-2 formation? Like why can't you start 4-3-3 or perhaps a 4-2-3-1? Why? It's good that we're going to a back four, but that 4-2-2-2 formation, it doesn't work. Why can't you match Mikel Arteta's 4-2-3-1 and make it competitive? Why? Like it doesn't make any sense. So for me, Thomas Tuchel there's some serious questions about him because that tactic was absolutely wrong. Then he changed to a 4-3-3 formation and he puts players in the wrong position yet again. He puts players in the wrong position. Come on now. If I was the manager and I use a 4-3-3 formation, this is what I would do. I'll put Bencho as the left back, Reece James as the right back, Koulibaly and Thiago Silva as two centre backs. I'll put maybe Kante as the DM, and maybe perhaps Kovacic and I'm not maybe Mason Mount alongside him. Then in terms of the front three, I'll put Raheem Sterling on the left, maybe Ziyech on the right, and maybe Kai Havertz up top because you all know he cannot score lots of goals, but he can play one as a number 9. So yeah, that's what I'll do. Or if I use a 4-2-3-1 formation, I'll put the same defenders like Bencho on the left, Thiago Silva and Koulibaly as centre backs. Reece James as a right back. The two pivot, maybe I'll put Kante and Jorginho as the two pivot. The three attacking players, I'll put Raheem Sterling on the left, Kai Havertz in the middle, Mason Mount on the right, and probably maybe either Batshuayi or Timo Werner up top. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. But what does he do? He goes for a 4-2-2-2 formation and puts Kai Havertz and Timo Werner in the same position. Like why? You can see that it didn't work in that game. It didn't work. Arsenal were the better side and they deserved to win because they played better football than Chelsea. If you look at the fourth goal, which I forgot to mention, no one was marking. They did what Real Madrid did against Liverpool when Vinicius Jr. did. Trent Alexander-Arnold was supposed to defend, but then he didn't. It's good for the same for Aspilicueta. Arsenal's fourth goal was kind of the same situation as Real Madrid goal in the Champions League final against Liverpool last season. They did what Real Madrid did, and I want to see that from Chelsea. But are we seeing that? No. You know why? It's because we haven't got players here who can play like that. We haven't. Like there's something clearly going wrong at this Chelsea Football Club. I don't know why. Is it the players? Is it the manager? Or is it the tactics? Like something is clearly gone wrong. I hope it fixes soon because if it doesn't, I'm scared. I'm worried for next season that Chelsea might not finish in the top four. I can see that happening. You guys may think not, but I can see that happening as a Chelsea fan. So I ain't going to be that deluded and say, "Oh, I'm so excited for next season. We can definitely challenge." No, 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 no. You will never hear me say that. All you hear me saying is that, you know what, I'm worried. I'm worried. We're never going to close. There's 100% chance we're not going to close the gap on Liverpool and City, and there's a slight chance we may not finish in the top four. Because when I look at Arsenal, the way they're playing, Tottenham, the way they're playing, Man United, the way they're playing, and the fact that they're unbeaten in pre-season and Chelsea aren't, shows you that these three teams are going to finish above us, and we're going to be in the Europa League next, and we're going to finish sixth and end up in the Europa League for the third time. That's what we'll probably do. I hope they prove me wrong, but what I saw from the last 3 games, they're going to prove me right. They're going to prove me right. You know, I like Thomas Tuchel said in his press conference yesterday, these players are not ready. But Thomas Tuchel, are you really want these? But the question is, are you making these players ready? Because the way you try to experiment and try to put players in their one position, don't you think that's a bad idea? Don't you think you need to fix that? So Thomas Tuchel can take some of the blame, but he cannot take all of it. It has to be the players as well, because they need to perform in the Premier next season. They really have to perform, if you know what I mean. When I look at Arsenal, they're ready for next season, for this season. Tottenham, the same thing. Man United, the same thing. They're looking ready, but are we ready? No, because what I seen just now, it looks like we're not ready for next season. For this season. And I know this is pre-season, but there's a reason why we call it pre-season. It's because if we want to make sure that your team is ready for this season, and the only way to do that is to make sure you have a brilliant performance and have a great result against your opposition. That's why we call it pre-season, so that every other team can be prepared for their league and see if their team is and can get the fans happy and all that stuff. Chelsea at the moment is making me feel like they don't want to make me feel happy and excited and all that stuff. They want to make me feel worried, angry, and upset every single time. That's what I'm thinking. That's what they're thinking. You know, for me, I don't want to see that happening. But if they prove me right, then that tells you how shit we are. That tells you. So yeah, so that game, 4-0 to Arsenal, absolutely embarrassing defeat, absolutely embarrassing. So yeah, that is it for those games. So before I end this video, let me give you my play rating for Chelsea's USFA pre-season tour. So I'm gonna give my play rating, all of them, including Thomas Tuchel, a 3 out of 10, or maybe 3.5 out of 10. The only place where I can give above 5 is Raheem Sterling, maybe Kepa. I'll give him a 5, but not above 5, and Koulibaly. And maybe Kennedy as well. Chilwell as well. I'm not sure if Kovacic really played in pre-season. You guys let me know. If he has, then maybe, because he's our best midfielder. But if he hasn't, then I won't give him a play rating. So those players who I mentioned can give maybe 5 or a bit above 5 out of 10. But from Thomas Tuchel to the rest of the players who I didn't mention, they can get below 5, because the way I see my team playing shows you that they're not ready. And 3 out of 10 means is that they're more certain they're not, like 0 means they're more certain they're not ready. But because I'll give them 3 out of 10 because of that win against Club America, it's good, but it looks like they're just not ready. Like there's like their 30% chance of being ready, then 70% chance of not ready. So that's how I give them 3 out of 10. Except for those players like Raheem Sterling, Kepa, that stuff. That's all I give them. So yeah, I could be wrong, I could be right, but it's so embarrassing. It really is embarrassing. But what do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. What player rating do you give Chelsea in the USFA preseason tour? Do you give them below 5 or do you give them above 5? For me, I'll give them below 5 for what I've seen. But you guys let me know. So my player rating for Chelsea in preseason is 3 out of 10. Done. So yeah, like I mentioned in the last video, I'm worried. I'm worried because the players that we tried to sign, like Rafinha, Lewandowski, it didn't happen. And that's why we're in the mud. We're simply in the mud because we simply cannot take over the transfer window. Arsenal, they're doing well. Tottenham as well. Man United, they're doing well in their transfer window. Whereas for Chelsea, we've already signed 2 players and that's it. And it looks like Jules Koundé could be headed to Barcelona, then to Chelsea as I'm recording this right now. It could happen. We are simply in the mud. And that's why I told you guys in the last video. I ain't confident going to Udinese and Chelsea for the rest of the Premier League this season. I ain't confident. I'm scared. And I should be worried. If your Chelsea fans think you should be excited, then you are dumb. You are stupid. And if you also think that Thomas Tuchel out there, you're also dumb and stupid. Because Thomas Tuchel is a good manager. Not a world-class manager, but he's a good manager. My only problem is that can he take Chelsea to the next level? I don't think so. I really don't think so. He's a good manager, and he can get the benefits out of those players, but he needs to find the right tactics and the right formation. That is it. That's all I've got to say. So for me, I'm not Thomas Tuchel out, but if he doesn't fix this, then there needs to be some serious questions and he could face the sack, you know? And Thomas Tuchel is very lucky that Abramovich went. Because if Chelsea didn't win a trophy and we finished sixth, then he could go on. Then he could get sacked because you all know that Ron Abramovich would not like that. But since Todd Boehly is here, the big question is, can he be like Roman Abramovich? I doubt it. But let's see what he does. Let's see what he does. My expectation for Chelsea is to close the gap on City and Liverpool and win something. That is it. That is it. But are they going to do that? No. Do we know how long it's going to take? I don't know. I don't know. But we've really got to fix it from the top to the bottom. Everything's got to be fixed. Otherwise, we could be like one of the bad Big Six teams ever. We could beat that over the next few days. Next few years. I can see that happening. But yeah, I know it's pre-season, but the way I see my team up performing in those games, I'm worried, and I should be. What do you guys think? If you're a Chelsea fan, are you excited or worried? Let me know. And what player rating do you give for Chelsea in the pre-season tour? Let me guys know. So yeah, so that's it. So Chelsea they have their preseason door in America done. I know they have a good holiday, but in terms of the performance, they'll not be happy. So yeah. So they're gonna travel from the US all the way to Italy to face Udinese this Friday at 8 p.m. And I might be doing a live watch along since that game kicks off at 8 and not like 1 a.m., 3 a.m., something like that. So maybe I'll do a live watch along for you guys for that one. And yeah, so that is it. That's the end of this USFA review. And if you guys enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up. And thank you guys for watching if you have done. So I know this is a long video, but I have to go through some things and, just give you my thoughts and opinions on it. So if you do enjoy it, thank you so much. Don't forget, if you are new, hit the subscribe button below. Hit the bell notification so that I never miss any of my content, and you can be alerted as well. And make sure you share this video to everybody so that they can come along to my channel and give their thoughts and opinions in the comments down below. And if I got time, I'll be reacting to it and let's see what you guys have to say. So yeah, that is it. USA done. Move on into Italy to face Udinese and let's see what happens. And then after that, we face Everton on the 6th of August, and we'll see what happens if we can get the win or not. But we're going to have to wait and see. But thank you guys so much for watching. Look after yourselves. Take care. And as always, up the Blues.